Our next public hearing is a public hearing on the 2013 effective tax rate. And we have, this is a requirement for us to advertise this public hearing. Should the advertised public hearing be higher than what the effective tax rate would be, that would keep the taxes flat or steady. This is, let's see, we have a number of individuals who have signed up, or do we? We have two people who have signed up to speak on this issue, and they are Jeff Fuller. Jeff Fuller is president of the Hunters Glen Homeowner Association. Is Jeff here? And the other speaker is Arthur Purvis, president of the Fairfax County Taxpayers Alliance. If Arthur, if you could come on down to the podium, and let me ask again, is Jeff Fuller present? Okay, Arthur, you will be the first and last speaker. There we go.
Madam Chairman, members of the board, my name is Arthur Purvis. I'm president of the Fairfax County Taxpayers Alliance. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. I'd like to review the county's budget process, which contributed to there being only two speakers who signed up for this hearing. Last year, the county did not even advertise the advertised tax rate. It was not in a press release. It was not on the county budget page. You had to drill down into the minutes of the Board of Supervisors meeting to find it. This year, we asked the Office of Public Affairs if it was going to advertise the advertised tax rate. They did. The advertised tax rate this year was in a press release and posted on the county's budget page. But it is significant that the county would not publicize the advertised rate until specifically asked to do so. The press release for the advertised rate announced today's hearing on the effective tax rate. However, it did not say what the effective tax rate was. By law, the county announces the effective tax rate in the newspaper, which it did in the Washington Times on March 8 and 9. But the effective rate announcement was not in a press release, not on the county newswire, and is not on the county budget page. And it's, of course, not in the county budget documents. When we asked the Office of Public Affairs to do a press release on the effective tax rate, the county refused. So we asked for the file, and we posted it on the Fairfax County Taxpayer Alliance website, www.fcta.org. Even the name of the file, FY 2013 effective tax rate ad at $1.08, was misleading. The effective rate was $1.04. $1.08, of course, was the advertised rate. The notice itself is misleading. It begins by stating the advertised rate, that the advertised rate is a penny more than the current rate. Only after a few paragraphs do you find the effective rate, $1.04, which is the rate that offsets the increase in assessments. So in fact, the advertised rate represents a 4-cent increase, not a 1-cent increase. But even the $1.04 effective rate is misleading because it does not include the new stormwater real estate tax rate. When the stormwater rate is included, the effective tax rate is $1.05 and 0.8 cents. And the advertised tax rate is not $1.08, but $1.10.5, resulting in a 4.4% increase in the real estate tax rate. The announcement mentions that residential assessments increased by only 0.17%. Based on that, the typical homeowner would see a 5.1% increase in real estate taxes. But how many homeowners' incomes will increase by 5% next year? Do you think that more people would be testifying at this hearing if it were known that they were getting a 5% tax hike in their real estate taxes next year? More important, assessments on apartment buildings increased 12.6%. Therefore, apartment owners will have a 17% tax increase next year, which will probably be passed on to the county's poorest families, renters. Is this consistent with the supervisor's plan to end homelessness? Moving the stormwater real estate tax rate out of the county general fund to Fund 125 raises a question about the integrity of your budget. The revenue section only reports general fund revenues and therefore covers up the stormwater tax hikes, which we understand will continue for several years. There is one table, FY 2013 advertised summary of appropriated funds by fund type, in the overview volume that lists all revenues for all funds, but it only lists the estimates for the current budget year. It does not list actuals for previous years. For years, we have asked your Office of Management and Budget for the actual dollar amounts for previous years. I've been told repeatedly that it is not available. What is the purpose of the county budget document? Is it to inform the public, or is it to hide tax increases? Is hiding the real estate tax increase in the stormwater fund the model you intend to use to hide tax increases for Dulles Rail? Thomas Jefferson's wording in the Declaration of Independence comes to mind when he talked about a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object, which in this case is to obfuscate the facts and mislead the taxpayers. Thomas Jefferson's issue was taxation without representation. The issue you're presenting us with today is taxation by misrepresentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Purvis. That completes our list of speakers on the proposed effective tax rate. And if there is no one else and there are no items for the record, I will turn to Supervisor Faust, who is Vice Chairman of the Budget Committee, for a motion.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Chairman, I move that the Board close this public hearing while leaving the record open for oral and written testimony until April 24th, 2012. That will permit persons who wish to testify on this matter to provide such testimony at the public hearings on the budget.
And I'm happy to second that motion. All those in favor of closing the public hearing and leaving the record open, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay, and that motion carries.